Hey, what's up? We're back. Only this time it's only two of us. Right now there's a pretty strong freaking hurricane out there, and so our other guy he had to go help some friends to get prepared for the storm. Um, but that's kind of what we're going to tie into here. But first of all, I wanted to say I'm Joe Russo, advertising pro. I got Justin Eplin here with me. He's affiliate pro, and we together minus one. We usually are three. We are the Acervia Pro Squad, bringing you Acervia Pro Squad TV right to your home, right to your computer with awesome content, awesome information, and most importantly, the team that beats all teams. That's just what I'm going to say right here. But anyways, let's go into the fact that what we were kind of talking about earlier, just me and Justin, was how chaos affects your life, and it happens to everybody, right? So like a death, you got storms like this, earthquakes. I mean, just any kind of disaster that you could possibly think of in life, it's gonna hit you one day. When it does, is that one job that you have that's giving you about 50, 60, if you're lucky, 70, $80,000. Some people are even more lucky than that, 100. Is that enough? Is that enough to carry you through the chaos that you're going to go through? The insurance that you have, is that enough? I mean, look at the deductibles. The deductibles are outlandish today, medical deductibles especially. So do you have the background or the backing, the money to get you through that? People talk about money, right? And they say, oh, well, it's not all about money. I beg to differ, okay? Because it really is all about money. Now, obviously, life and family, that's the most important thing. But what do you think carries all that? It's money. And that's what we're here all about. That's what we're all about here. We're all about talking about creating more of a powerful income for yourself, residual income. How are you going to get through the chaos that's going to come in your life? If you're sitting where you're at right now, I can guarantee you it's not enough. I'm going to go ahead and stop right there because I know that Justin has a few things to say about this. So, Justin, go ahead, man.
Well, for me, it's pretty pointed right now, and it's absolutely very specific. It's Hurricane Irma. Irma's bearing down on us pretty hard right now. It really looks like it's going to stitch up the state pretty bad. Now, granted, it may not be a direct strike or nothing, but let's be honest, the storm's almost 400 miles wide, and Florida's 160. So it could blanket us basically twice. You look at it on a satellite image, and it's an entire square. Well, guess what? Also, in another entire longs and lats square is Florida. So, I mean, it could literally cover us top to bottom and side to side all at the same time. That's obviously going to be pretty devastating for some folks. Some of the other folks, I'm hoping for the best, like everybody else. Hoping for as little damage as possible and that kind of stuff. But I'm prepared for the worst. I do prepare on a personal basis. Am I a crazy prepper? Well, I mean, for Christ's sake, I own a gun shop, guys. Of course, it's kind of a given, just given the profession and the people that I talk to on the daily. But above and beyond that, I also want to make sure that I have the financial backing, like Joe was talking about, to weather the storm. Because if you don't have the financial backing, if you needed to bug out, you really don't have the opportunity to. You just don't have the available money to be able to get out of Dodge. You just are forced monetarily to hunker down and just take it on the chin. Well, I don't like people taking it on the chin. That's kind of brutal. I mean, it's a brutal way to live life. Am I going to stay and weather the storm? Of course. I'm a real Floridian. It's kind of what we do. Because I know what's coming in the aftermath. It's going to be helping my neighbors, helping my community, cut up trees. I got a big old Jeep, so I mean, I'm going to help drag people's cars out of mud or out of the side of the ditch or whatever. I'm here for my community. But above and beyond that, I have the financial freedom to be able to do that. Why do I have the financial freedom? Well, I've made some sound financial decisions in the past. I mean, obviously, not to brag, but the house is paid off. My wife's car is paid off. The bills are paid off. It gives you an opportunity to have an extra level of freedom in your life. And that's something that I do like quite a bit. I do have an opportunity to be able to, if I needed to, just say, honey, we're out of here. We can either fly or drive. It's your choice. And just get out of Dodge. I mean, get out of storms. We get out of the storm's way, get out of harm's way, so to speak. And money and monetarily, that's what's available to you with, more of an income. Well, what does that yield in actual results? Well, the result is that I don't have to have in jeopardy my family or have my family in jeopardy. Well, of course you don't want to have your family in jeopardy. I mean, that's kind of why we all go out and do everything that we do. We want to keep them away from the jeopardy. But financial pitfalls are just as bad, if not worse, than, health pitfalls. Because if you have a financial pitfall, it's going to cause a health pitfall, I guarantee you. Whether you're going to get an ulcer, whether you're going to have a high level of anxiety, high blood pressure, whatever, it is what it is. But to expound on the fact that you would be able to, walk away from everything, and if you needed to, you could just do it all over again. Because eventually the insurance company will end up paying out. It's a hurricane and FEMA and all that kind of stuff. Will they pay out and all that? Yeah, of course. Does it take time? Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight. Nobody gets a check the next day after your house is destroyed. And obviously that check can't come fast enough. But having a financial buffer there, having that margin to be able to buy yourself that extra time of lack of stress and that lack of anxiety, it definitely lessens the blow. So that's how I see it. The financial freedom thing is absolutely huge to me. I've said it in other videos, and I'll say it again. I don't plan on being retired at 60, 70 years old. I plan on retiring at 40, which means I got 4 years to make as much money as humanly possible. And that's exactly what I'm in this for, is I'm in it to put in a hard amount of work for a very short amount of time to yield the maximum level of results by essentially gaming the system or playing the game, so to speak, as they say. That's the game. Some people play it on the long term. I plan to play it on the short term and get a high score. It's kind of the best way to look at it. So, everybody's played a video game or not. Everybody likes seeing their name at the top where it says high score. I don't know if that's just me or if it's every person or every player. But it gives you a chance to, get the good things, the better things. The better car, the better house, the better toys. Does it make your life easier? Yeah, absolutely. How much less stress would you have if you didn't have to pay a bill for the next 10 years? Would you be stressed out? Probably not. If you knew everything was paid off and all you had to do was just sit back basically and collect a check and spend time with your family, why not put in that kind of effort? I mean, I know they're worth it. I know mine are worth it. So will I take the reduction in time with them in the short term to be able to spend the long term with them? Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that the chaos that comes through in your life, it's going to be financial, it's going to be health, it's going to be environmental, it's going to be some kind of outside influence that influences your world that throws it into turmoil. Well, it's not how bad it is in turmoil, it's how you can turn that minus into a plus. How do you turn the frown upside down, as everybody says? Well, you get that by having financial freedom. So, Joe, I'm going to pitch it back to you, bud. I think that's what I've got for tonight, man. I mean, it gives me solace to know that I have a buffer, I have a zone that even if things go very, very bad, I've got something that's got my back. Now, granted, it was my own hard work that put it there. Sure, I'll say that point blank. I didn't take anything easy. But because I didn't, I have that freedom. So it's all about the level of effort that you want to put in as well. So, Joe, like I said, man, I'm going to kick it back to you because I think it looks like you got something to say there, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I just, again, I want to play off of what you were saying. Like, without money, can you help? Just think about it. Go ahead and ask yourself that question. You don't have any money right now. More than likely, if you're watching this video, you're living paycheck to paycheck, like we have. You know, we've been there. We know what it's like. You know, paycheck to paycheck isn't fun. You know, you miss one paycheck and all of a sudden your bills are destroyed. You know, you're already behind. Um, that's what we're trying to say. That's what this is fixing. So again, ask yourself that question. If you don't have the financial freedom like Justin was just talking about, can you help? Can you do something for somebody else? Not only pay your own bills, can you help somebody? In this particular situation, we got Irma barreling down. We had Harvey just hit Houston not too long ago. Can you help those people? Or let me back up. When people talk about money and being selfish, what's more selfish? You not having the money and not being able to do something for somebody because you're so worried about things, and it's not wrong. You're so worried about what's going on in your family, or you got the money and you can help. Let's think about that for a second. You know, I fell victim to that very same thought process too. And I don't know if Justin has, but I have. But I came to the realization, he's shaking his head, yes. So I think it's in every human being. Like, I think society tells us, you know, hey, you know, you got your job, be happy with that. I'm not, and neither one of us are, and BJ either. I mean, when he comes on, he'll tell you the same thing. We're not happy with that. And it's not just about us. We want you to be in the same place. We want you to reach out, to step above. You've heard the whole 99% to the 1%. Okay, the 1% has most of the wealth. The 99% is mixed up in the middle class and the poor people. And it's just unfortunate for them, right? I don't agree with that. They've just been taught that that's the way it is, whether that's society or whatever the case may be. And what we're setting out here to do, and what just this little device right here that you can use this for, what we're setting out here to do is to turn that 99% into 98 and then turn it into 97. And we're not going to stop there, because what it's all about is not only ourselves, but helping you to get out of that storm that you're in. And I hate to use the pun, but it's true. Some of you guys are in a hurricane. Some of you guys don't know how to stop it. It's a swirling wind and you just can't stop it. We're trying to help you so that you can stop it. And I took another note here. Somebody out there is going through tough times, and I want to speak to you right now. You're going through tough times and you're making a whole bunch of excuses why you can't get out of it. Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. I know some of you out there may have real challenges that maybe you really can't. But most people are not in that particular situation. And that person that can't, how much would you like to help them? Because I know I would. I know I would. I'd love to be able to just help anybody and everybody at the drop of a hat, no matter what situation they're in. And Justin would do the same. I've known him for a long time. He would do the same. So that's really what we wanted to speak to today, is really think about it. Take that to bed. If it's the morning time, take it to work. If it's lunch, think about it for a little bit. What can you do right now? If you had the money, what would you do? Again, we have a solution for you right here. And it doesn't just stop with this little device, because this device can work for anything that you do. Anything. You have a nonprofit? You want to help people? Go ahead and hook three of these devices up to your link. See how many people see it. See how many people all of a sudden start giving to your foundation. Many things that you can do with this. We didn't want to talk too much about the device itself, but we're talking, it's a stressful time for a lot of Americans. I mean, God help those people that just got hit by this hurricane not too long ago in the islands. I can't even imagine. I'm sure you've seen the pictures by now. Devastation. And it's hitting us right here. And so we wanted to bring this to you today. We wish BJ could be here, but again, he's out there helping. He's out there helping somebody right now. I mean, if I was in Florida right now and, Justin's going to be helping people here pretty soon, I'd be doing the same. And I used to live down there, so I know what it's like. So all you guys out there, love you guys. We're praying for you. Justin, if you got anything else, man, please.
I just want to close it out by saying specifically this is that just be a good human, man. Just help your fellow man. If there are people in your community, those are people that you see on the regular, man, every day. You see them, if they're having a challenge, man, if they have a tree that falls down in their yard and they have no way of getting it, and you do have the means to help them, dude, help them out. They need it. They don't want it. They don't want your help, but they need it. Maybe they're too proud to ask for it. Maybe you're just such a good person that you just want to do it just for the goodness of your own heart, for the karma factor, that we all work for, I guess. Do it because it's a good deed. Everybody on this team ends up ending any one of our videos with, perform that one random act of kindness. That random act of humility that says, I am a humble, successful person. Now, do I get kind of outlandish and egotistical and all that maniac kind of stuff sometimes? Yeah, because that's what's needed in motivation. But when it comes down to it, in the heart of hearts, I'm here to help. I really am. And the people that I know that I'm going to have to help and that I'm going to have to help out in this community, I know how grateful they will be, whether they say it on the spot or not. It won't matter. You feel it. You don't hear it. It's all here, man. It's in the pumper. It pumps life, pumps the soul around. Do exactly that. Broadcast that to other people. Give other people a chance to be in what you're in on. Do exactly that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it away from Joe tonight. I'm actually going to sign us off. So I want to say, everybody who's out there, I hope God bless you, and I hope you make it and weather it through the storm. Above and beyond that, guys, please keep praying for the folks over after Harvey. Trust me, I'm 30-year Floridian. I know what hurricanes are about. I've lived through them. But what we're doing here, guys, is we're just having a positive movement, and, we're also being profitable in the process. So that's okay. Philanthropy doesn't not necessarily have to be not profitable. It can turn a profit for you. So keep in mind of that. And I just want to say God bless and good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, man. This was the Acervia Pro Squad, bringing it to you once again. Again, Joe Russo, Advertising Pro, Justin Eplin, Affiliate Pro. We're going to be here for you. We're here every day. So, there's going to be no time. I guess maybe when we're sleeping, I guess this time we can't help you. But you could at least access our content. So that'll be out there for sure. And we'll be back again. And good night, everybody, and God bless.